Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Sonic Yoda from SEGADriven.com, and welcome back to our Sonic Amateur Games Expo 2018 coverage. In this video we're taking a look at the 2018 build of the Sonic Ages demo, which was a real highlight from last year's show because I absolutely adore the sprite and the animation. It's got that sort of Toei Sonic CD intro kind of look to the sprite animation, and it's gorgeous. It looks absolutely fantastic. Sadly, at the time, that didn't extend to the rest of the game's graphics because these stages were still very heavily based on existing artwork or just sort of thrown together using artwork from other games, and it looked a bit jigsaw puzzly, like they just sort of slapped things together to hope in an attempt to make it work. Unfortunately, that is still the case in this demo. So we've got the tutorial act, which is short and over quickly, but still a very nice little thing with the sketch paper look, very much in keeping with the sketch test look of the Sonic CD video that you unlock in the visual mode. And then you get Seabed, which is again very similar looking to last year. They have rearranged the stage layout and made it a little bit more interesting. So it does feel nice to play. It is a nice playing stage. It's just visually not particularly pretty because it does kind of just look like it was slapped together with existing tiles, and I mean there is some custom work on the foreground elements, but it still looks like it's just sort of like blocks of tile set just cut out and slapped into a stage and sort of made to work, but not really sort of refined. There's still some temporary graphics. When you get hit by projectiles, you still get the placement art there, which is a bit of a shame. So there hasn't been an awful lot of improvements from the last release. The main addition with this one is there is another stage based on the art from the Sonic Crackers prototype build of Sonic Chaotix. So there's that to muck around. But once you complete that stage, it basically repeats indefinitely, which is a shame because yeah, it basically means there's 2 stages here and 1 tutorial act, which is over very quickly. So not a huge amount of extra content from last year. The big addition is there is a multiplayer mode, and that means that lots of Sonics can join in a multiplayer session and compete together. You can host your own rooms and things like that, and yeah. So that's been a big focus on this one, is getting the multiplayer mode up and running, which is fine if you're into multiplayer. I don't think that's really a big pull for a lot of Sonic fans. Me personally, anyway. I play Sonic games to play the single player campaign, and yeah, there isn't much more here to really showcase what the developer can do. So yeah, a shame that, because again I absolutely adore the sprite. I think the art there is fantastic. A real highlight for this is just looking at that sprite do its thing. It's really pretty. It's got so many frames of animation, and it's nice and loose and cartoony, and like I say, it looks very much like the Sonic CD intro, which I really enjoy. But unfortunately, the rest of the stages don't really match the art of that sprite. So it kind of stands out a little bit, and not in a good way, unfortunately. And I just feel like after almost a year of development, we should probably see a little bit more unique artwork in this game. But sadly, that is not the case. More focus has been put on the multiplayer mode for this release. So if a multiplayer Sonic game is up your alley, then you should go and try this, because there's a substantial multiplayer element to this now. You obviously have to find some friends to play with and download the game on their system as well. But outside of that, there is a very short a single player offering, a couple of stages and a tutorial act to go through. I'd still say it's worth playing because, again, I just really love that sprite. I think that's the real highlight of this. I just wanted to see more art in keeping with that sprite, and just something a little bit more cohesive, because at the moment it looks like a really nice sprite has been slapped into a game that doesn't really suit that look at the moment, which is a shame. So yeah, fingers crossed Sonic Ages continues development, because I think it's a really interesting project. Just at the moment it's not quite there, and there's not really an awful lot here at the moment. So yeah, looking forward to another release, but at the moment this one really wasn't particularly doing it for me.